I remember at my house in Cooper City when it happened, or I don't know exactly when it happened, but I saw what the result was. We lived closer to a main road, and so people would often come up and down the sidewalk, but they would sometimes use our backyard to get into where the lake was at, start fishing, and often without permission, even though it was private property. So I noticed, I couldn't figure out why I was seeing people back there. And suddenly I went around and looked at the gate that I hadn't been around and looked at in a while. And I realized that one of the main posts that held it together was bent and it wouldn't shut. So the gate must have just kept flopping open. I realized what happened. I found out that it was our lawn people who just were being not real careful when they would take their riding lawnmowers, and they kept plowing into it. And finally, once that main piece bent, it would no longer shut. You know, that's a real lesson for life. When the main frame is bent, everything else is off. It's true of an automobile. It's true of a computer. It's true of so many things in life. When something that holds everything else together that it's built around is bent, it impacts everything else, and rarely does anything else work. That's what I'm going to be talking about this coming Sunday at Community Bible Church in Dania Beach and Community Bible Church online. This Sunday, January the 25th, 2026, we're talking about bending the truth. One of the things that I have become more convinced of than anything else today is that people who come from either it may be extreme sides of liberalism or legalism tend to impose those viewpoints on the scriptures, and neither one of them are accurate. I hear of people that are calling for these strict legal interpretations and applications of Old Testament law. Well, be careful, because if you do that, we have some major problems. But then I hear of people that are imposing this, I'm going to deconstruct my faith because I don't like what the Bible says about this, and I don't think it's very loving. Can I tell you something? Neither one of those things are accurate. I can't deconstruct a faith that was once delivered, that is the faith that is laid out in the Bible. I don't have the right to deconstruct it because it's been delivered by God. And so what's happened is people have bent the truth, and it's impacted how we've done church, how we've built our relationships, how we built our businesses, how we've done our work, how we built communities. It's impacted everything. I'm going to be talking about that this Sunday, and I hope you'll join me. I want to let you know what has happened now. This is going to be a little bit longer video, because if you are watching this, you'll notice that the background behind me is the background of our Morristown, Tennessee location. That's because I had to come back to Morristown on this. But this is being recorded on Friday. I got into Morristown last evening. We started to watch the weather and found out that there's going to be a predicted massive snowstorm and ice storm that is supposed to cripple travel, our electrical grid, and everything. Now, of course, everything's shifting and changing. It may not be as bad, may not be as much snow, it may be more ice. But one of the things that we knew that travel was going to be difficult. So I was supposed to be with you this coming Sunday, the 25th, in person, but I'm not going to be there in person. And so here's what we've done. Yesterday, before I hopped the plane late last night to leave, we recorded this coming Sunday's message. I would have streamed it, but we're not sure that we're going to have power and thus internet or anything else, so we didn't want to risk it. So I've already recorded this message called Bending the Truth, and it's sort of a precursor to the next series that I'm going to be starting the next Sunday there at Community Bible Church in Dania Beach. I'll be here and online, but we'll be starting a new series called Misunderstood. So please don't miss this message, Bending the Truth. So many people are doing it. Preachers are doing it. We're not using proper hermeneutics anymore, and we're just making stuff up as we go along, and we're using the Bible to beat people up and to beat up groups in so many different ways. We're going to talk about it this coming Sunday, right here at Community Bible Church in Dania Beach at 11 o'clock a.m. If you can't join us in person, then make sure you tune in online, and we'll make sure we have the links delivered out to you as always. But we'd love to see you this coming Sunday. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your prayer. And thank you as you listen to this message Sunday. Hopefully we'll all be committed to make sure that we know the truth and that we're living the truth out. We'll talk more about it. Join us then.